Did you know Nip was this big before his death?
I, for me, he was big because he came from the neighborhood. He was bigger than life to me. He came from over here in the Slauson Crenshaw area. It was beautiful to me. I mean, he was. I was with Daz. I mean, me and Daz and Snoop. He was bigger to me than them because he came from my home.
Kev Mac video, you know this is for sure, Kev Mac video, open your soul, represent your ghetto, baby. Kev Mac video, you know this is for sure, Kev Mac video, open your soul, represent your ghetto, hold up, for the dime moves and the lokes, for the 6-4s on spokes, for the OGs that did a dime, came back around on parole, for the homegirls with the scrap game, little homies that gang bang, from Pelican Bay to YA, rearrange your mind frame. Yeah, I know what you been through, shit you had to go tend to. Your mama gave birth on the turf, I know them killers you kin to. This for the lost generation, broke as hell, mad and impatient. But if you know your history, you can't have a strong foundation, baby. Kev Mac video, you know this is for sure. Kev Mac video, open your soul, represent your ghetto, baby. Kev Mac video, you know this is for sure. Kev Mac video, open your soul, represent your ghetto, baby.
Hey, Kenya Ware, Ladies of Death Row, and OG Overhills. Plantee. I've been here from day one. Day one. We are the Overhills, right?
Overhills, where's that located?
Overhills and Slauson. I mean, you had kids that came from Baldwin Hills, Windsor Hills, and we kind of, crossed over and we became, I don't want to say gangsters, but we had big houses, but we kept our neighborhood right. How about that?
Where was you born at?
God, born in Los Angeles, grew up in Culver City, and moved to the Dons, and maybe like 84, 85. And that was a beginning. That was the beginning of something new because growing up in Culver City, you're around, nice Caucasian blend, but moving to the hills, I forgot about Culver City real quick.
So it's like the Black Beverly Hills.
Oh, God, the Black Beverly Hills. They say the Westchester girls, uni girls, Pally girls, they were the shit. We were the shit. Really.
You was there when Tupac got killed, right?
They say I was the last girl, one of the homegirls to talk to him. I had just got a brand new Suburban and he was on the side of my truck, hopping up and down. Dad just bought me a new Suburban, and Pop was like, "Damn, you got that nigga to buy you another car." I'm like, "You know how we do it." Talked to him for about 10 minutes, and the first thing I asked him, because he came downstairs. They had gotten to that fight. He was in his Versace shirt. Came back down and was in the jersey, and the first thing I asked him was like, "Pop, wear your bulletproof vest because you know the rules. Y'all supposed to wear them vests at all times." And he was like, "Nah, I have to wear it tonight. I'm good. I'm good." I'm like, "You sure?" "I'm good." We sat there, talked. Nate Dogg said, "Let's roll," because I was with his girlfriend. We got to Club 662, and soon as we got to Club 662, all the security, that's all the Death Row security, was running out. And I'm sitting up there like, what the fuck is going on? How the fuck are they leaving and we just got here? So something told me to get back in my car, my Suburban, and kind of follow them. And as I'm following them, I'm getting closer and closer, and you're hearing sirens going off, sirens, and they're getting closer and closer. And soon I hit that, I think it was one of the boulevards, Flamingo, whatever. Suge's car was flipped over, and you could see that they were just putting up the yellow tape. I took my Suburban, and I almost hit a cop. Ran through the yellow tape, and my car was inside the yellow tape, and they said that Suge and Pac had just got shot. And I'm like, The fuck? We were just talking like 10 minutes ago. How did this happen? So we're inside the yellow tape. Just imagine being in the yellow tape and we're thinking that everybody that's passing by is going to be sympathetic toward the death row. Everybody in that yellow tape was saying, fuck y'all niggas, y'all gonna die. Fuck all you death row niggas. And I'm like, wait, they don't have love for us? I mean, everybody has something negative to say. We're in the yellow tape. That's Tupac, all his group, everybody, security, we were all like in this yellow tape and they were wishing death upon us. Nate Dogg was like, we got to get the fuck up out of here because they're going to kill us tonight. We thought that they were trying to kill death row people. We hopped in the car. We went to the club, Lexar. We had our clothes at the Lexar. Grabbed all our clothes out of the hotel room. Nate grabbed 245s, tucked them in, and we ran out the hotel. We were drunk, high, everything. This is 2 o'clock in the morning. We made it to the middle of the desert and fell asleep at in the middle of the desert where the temperature gauge is. And we slept in our cars like in the middle of the desert. And I remember driving back home, and then I flew back to the hospital the next day with Snoop's mom and Snoop's aunt. We had a vigil at the hospital, and I remember Death Row, all them Bloods, they had that hospital in Vegas locked down. They wouldn't let nobody in. I'm talking about people coming in to see their family. They were not letting them in. And we had a vigil for Pac. They said he was doing better, but I couldn't imagine him getting shot 7 times, like right here, like point blank. He got shot one time in the pinky, and then the rest came from here. And I seen him, and he was God, swollen. It didn't look good, but they said he was getting better. So a week later, Friday, I'm on my way with, if you guys remember that group Moke and Stuff, me and Kenya and Stephanie from the group Moke and Stuff, I was going to pick them up, and we were going to make our way back out to Vegas to go see him. And they announced that he had died, and I think I almost flipped that car on the freeway. That was the first, like we had friends that died, but this is a celebrity. It happened close. It happened in close proximity. But when I heard about Nip dying, I love Pac, but Nip was somebody that we raised. Like, we had been seeing this kid on the block when he was a kid, and it was kind of like your nephew dying. It was a whole nother level. You know, Pac was a grown man, and, you know, he was 20s, but Nip was doing so much for the community. He was wrong and righting all his wrongs and doing so much. And it was a whole new level of pain. Like, I'm mourned, and like right now it still hurts. It hurts to the core. Like, I found myself repenting 50 times a day on what I would have done if I was in that parking lot. I mean, I replay that in my mind every day because I just don't understand. Like, this guy was doing so much, and we weren't able to save him. I mean, why would happen? And I replay that. I wasn't even close by. I was at my house, but it hurt to the core that I wanted. Why couldn't I do something about it? I mean, I felt helpless, really helpless, because this is a kid that he was cleaning up the neighborhood that we had messed up. He was cleaning it up. I mean, we had, in the 90s, 2000s, we were responsible for that neighborhood really, you know, with depleting the way it did. And Nip came back to clean it up. He was cleaning up the mess that a lot of us made. And why? Why did that happen to him? So it hurt me a lot more. This was a family member, a child, a nephew. That was my nephew. And it hurt me a lot more than Pac. I mean, that was my friend, but this was family, a kid that we raised, and it hurt to the core. And it's still hurting, and I still got questions, and I still want answers. And I know that a week prior to Nip dying, I had got rebaptized, me and my family, and I was just trying to figure out, why is the devil attacking me? Because I wanted to... You have revenge on your mind, and I haven't felt that way since my mom passed. Like, I needed some kind of something. I needed to feel something. And I know now that was the whole point. You know, Nip did this to kind of draw us back together, to get us together as a community. It was a meaning behind it. And I did not understand that at first. And the 22-year-old when Pac died, 21-year-old, you know, my mind was different. I'm older and more wiser, and I understand things now. But Nip has touched so many people. I work at Warner Brothers Studios, the home of everything that comes in every television show. We had Aquaman, Wonder Woman. I work with all those people. I mean, any movie that comes out, I'm there. And every day I go to work, the Caucasian people come to my desk. It's like Kenya knew Nip. They have to come find me. Are you okay? We love Nip. He did so much for the community. I'm talking about the union members. Everybody finds their way back to my desk in the costume building. We loved him. We want you to know we loved him, and he meant the world to all of us too.
What made you draw the comparison between Pac and Nip?
You had rappers that were, I mean, those are two top rappers. And, you know, I remember how I felt about Pac, and that was the first time that, you know, someone close that had made that impact in music had died. And since then, there hasn't been anybody else that I was close to, right? Me and Pac were really close. He would give me relationship advice. He was my friend. It was more like he was a nephew. He was family. And that was the comparison. Nip superseded that. I mean, I know that the internet wasn't out then, but the love they have for him is right up there or even more. I mean, this guy is on I'm going to say it because I knew Pac very well, and Nip, he's on the Tupac level, if not more. And I didn't know that the world knew what we knew.
Coming, you know, years back, did you hear the comparisons between Nip looking like Snoop Dogg?
All day long. I was living in Atlanta, and they said it was this new kid out that looked just like Snoop, and he could rap, and I was just proud. I didn't have to hear no music. I was just proud where he was from. Slauson area, you know, Slauson boy. That's all I needed to hear. We had something coming, and we had Corrupt back in the days, and Corrupt was up under the Snoop umbrella. But this cat came, he was from our neighborhood. This is beautiful. I'm like, oh my God, I need to know more. I need to know more.
So how close was you to Snoop in the Dog Pound?
I mean, Daz and I share a 24-year-old daughter. I was there. I was there when Snoop caught his murder case. The gun got pointed at me first. I was outside, and Philip Wadamarian, rest in peace. The gun was pointed at me first, and I kind of had been there with Snoop. I rode this ride. I mean, I was there before Death Row opened up. I mean, I remember Suge was kicking the doors open. I mean, I remember rolling with Suge and Dre, and they had just found Snoop and Eazy-E's baby's mom, Tracy. That was one of my best friends at that point. So I was there before the doors even opened up. And fun fact, Snoop hooked me up with his cousin Daz. We were out hanging when he first came around, and he said, I'm going to hook you up with my cousin. And I was like, is your cousin cute like you? And he cute like me. He looked just like me. I said, you bet not be lying. I said, does he have curly hair like you? Yep. Snoop, why'd you lie? I mean, Daz, I love him to death, but that's still my partner. He did not look like you.